Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Lisa, and today I want to go over with you how much stuff we grew this summer. What I'm mainly talking about is, vegetables and produce and all that kind of stuff. But I will include our chicken harvest at the end. So let's talk about our zone first and some of the challenges that we face. And I've got my notes here. We are zone 4B, and we're at an elevation of 5,318 feet above sea level. That puts us in a microclimate. Our town is actually made up of several microclimates from what I've heard from other gardeners. So one side of town, things can do great. Other sides of town, not so much. We also have a lot of trees. We have done our best to cut several trees down. We still need a lot more trees cut down. As you can all imagine, that's a lot of work, so we're kind of putting it off, especially since we don't burn wood. We'll be offering it to folks so that way they can use it. So our summer is essentially June 13th to September 13th. Now that's, our 3 months of summer that we get here in South Dakota. And our average high is 79 degrees Fahrenheit and our average low is 54 degrees Fahrenheit. Our growth, that's not necessarily our zone, last frost and first frost. It's actually somewhere around there. Our air is very dry, no humidity, very low humidity, I should say. The sun is really harsh too. The sun is very strong. And for example, when I first moved here, I put my seedlings out when I was hardening them off, and it was time for them to go in the sun. And I put them in the sun for about an hour and the seedlings were all dead. So bad move. We also use a lot of water because we're low humidity. Higher altitude means that we have lower carbon dioxide levels, which leads to slower growth and lower levels of photosynthesis. So that's some of our challenges right there. So one of the things I started doing this year was weighing what we grew and what we harvested to see if it was really worth it for me to continue starting my seeds in February and March and getting them outside, because that's a really long time and a lot of effort. And I felt like if it wasn't working, I wasn't going to do it. So I'm going to run through the totals, and for those of you that are visual like me, I'm also going to put them on the screen, but I'm going to run through them fairly quickly. So rhubarb, 1 pound, 11.9 ounces. Onions, 6 pounds, 4 ounces, which was the best harvest we've ever had. Garlic was 1 pound, 3 ounces out of 9 cloves we planted last year, and we planted a lot more this year. We got 1.7 ounces of garlic scapes. Between chives, parsley, oregano, basil, and cilantro, we got anywhere from 1.7 to 2 ounces of each. Bush cucumbers did not do as well, given our cool and we had a cool, wet start to the growing season, and they didn't do well at all. They stayed the same size except for the one in the greenhouse. But we managed to get off of one plant 3 pounds, 2.6 ounces. The vine cucumbers that were under another greenhouse that we bought, they did nothing until the greenhouse was put on them. When they did, we grew 5 pounds, 11.8 ounces. Strawberries, 2 pounds, 8.8 ounces. Huckleberries, 2 pounds, 1.8. Cauliflower, 2 pounds, 4.1. Broccoli, 1 pound. Peppers from the starts that we bought at a local nursery, we got 2 pounds, 3.2 ounces. Jalapenos were also starts. We got 10 ounces. Contender bush beans. We had these tiny little bush bean plants. So many did not germinate. And the ones that did gave us about 8.2 ounces of green beans. So we're not canning large amounts here, as you can tell. Bell peppers, King of the North. They were started in early March and did beautifully, grew wonderfully. But it was a horrible year for peppers. Horrible. We ended up getting 2 pounds, 3.2 ounces, but that was because I literally brought them inside, and then when they developed whitefly, I didn't even bother anymore. I let them go, but what I did was I cut all the small ones off and cut them up and put them in the freezer. They were king of the north. I was not impressed. Horseradish, we got 6 ounces. Zucchini and yellow squash. We had a problem, for lack of a better term, calcium deficiency, which I learned, thankfully, from another YouTuber. But zucchini and yellow squash, even in a bad year, we got 10 pounds, 2.9 ounces. Yukon Gold potatoes were one of the stars this year, 41 pounds, 4 ounces. So right now, the total that we have is 82 pounds, 11.5 ounces. So that's pretty impressive, and that's not the tomatoes. Greenhouses are the way to go. The mobile greenhouse is behind me, and I'm going to go over the tomatoes real quick. Purple Cherokee, 10 pounds, 5.5 ounces, and Roma, 10 pounds, 2.4 ounces. They were the stars of the show, and we will grow them again. Tigerella and Moskovic combined, 2 pounds, 13 ounces. Black Strawberry did not do well here at all, 10.8 ounces. I actually got to the point where I just combined the Tigerella, Moskovic, Black Strawberry and into a group called Small Tomatoes, and we got another 3 pounds, 1.1 ounces. There was a threat of frost, so 9/22, I took all the tomatoes off the vine, and we got 5 pounds of tomatoes. Our final harvest was 10/3, and we had another 5 pounds of tomatoes, and like I said, that was late for us this year. I think we had frost on 10/5. So tomatoes only, we had 37 pounds, 0.8 ounces. Our grand total, we grew 119 pounds, 12.3 ounces of produce, which is really exciting because I would have never thought it was that high. So I had to share that with you guys because I was super excited. We also harvested 226 pounds of homegrown chicken, and that does not include organ meat that we use for broth of the dog and so on. And as you know, we're raising 2 piglets that were born this year for meat for next year. So overall, pretty excited about actually weighing our stuff. We did take advantage of several produce cases that were available through our bulk order for canning season. And then when it was getting near the end and they were even cheaper, we got some more. So I think overall we found a really good way and a really good mix of growing our own and so on. And I can tell you that we will definitely be growing onions again, garlic, herbs, strawberries, obviously. I'm going to try huckleberries. I'm probably done with broccoli. I will try cauliflower. I will try beans. And I think I may give up on peppers just because they take so long. I may just buy starts from the store. And it was a bad year, so I totally get that. But definitely in the tomato area, I'm sticking with Cherokee Purple and I'm sticking with Roma. So if you are in a similar zone or a high elevation like we are, and you have really good luck with a certain kind of vegetable that you grow, I want to know about it. Let me know in the comments down below, because that's really important to me. I've been Googling about our zone and what is best to grow here, and it's really helped me a lot to grow things, and I don't waste space. I'm growing things that grow. One example is loofah. Didn't grow. I'm done. Habaneros didn't grow. Chilies didn't grow. I tried poblanos and I got peppers on it, and they just started and they were small, but I did start them late. But again, I'm trying not to waste time with things that don't work anymore. So let me know what you think also about our totals. I think we did really good, because compared to somebody in a hot, humid climate with 30 tomato plants, they're going to get a lot more, say in Connecticut, than we're going to get here. So I was really impressed with that total, and it was really cool that we had a lot of stuff to make things with. I actually canned some salsa, made some tomato sauce and all of that. But as you know, when you're canning, you need a lot more weight of produce than what we grew. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you got some information out of this, and have a great day. Take care.